Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make money in Arena Breakout Infinite using the market. So here we go. This is my stash, and this is everything that I currently have in it. And as you can see, I have a bunch of weapon parts, weapons, dog tags, miscellaneous items, etc. So with the market, the deal is that you can only sell up to 500 items per week. So essentially, you want to list some of the best items that you can list. For me personally, I sell anything that's worth 5k and above on the market. Anything less, I sell to the traders unless I have an abundance of items, such as, say I have a bunch of heat sinks or rectifiers. You would put these all up and list it. I do not list it for I do not list anything for under 5k. So I would not even list this just because it's technically still under 5k. Same with the heat sinks. I mean, only get like 2k. Depending on what the offer is on the market compared to a trader will depend on whether or not I sell it on the market or the trader. So items like the Paracord, the C kit, lens, watch, even the UPS unit are items that typically I wouldn't sell on the market, and I would sell on through the contractors because you would essentially get the same price. So if we hit sell here, you can see you get 58,000 on the market and 58,000 to a merchant. So ideally you sell it to the merchant so you keep that market listing available. So we'll go ahead and sell that, make the same amount of money. Now with the Paracord, you hit sell, you can see you make 3.6k on the market, but 2k to the merchant. Now with this is you go to list it on the market, you're going to see that you're going to get a management fee. Now this is really low, so technically 3.3k isn't too bad. You'd be missing out on 1.3k, but essentially it's all about those listed item slots. Now this, I would honestly just sell that to a merchant. Now, when it comes to dog tags, always, batch sell these to a merchant. I mean, you're going to get 500 guaranteed no matter what, and you don't have to do anything else. Next, we have attachments. So sites are a big one that you can sell on the market for a decent amount, and these are worth their slots. So sites are always, you know what? Let's just drop that a little bit. Let's do 36,000 flat. All right. That's going to sell relatively fast. You got a 3k processing fee and you're going to get back 33,000. Now, what other items do we have to sell? Well, if we look through our stuff, you can see that we collect attachments. So we also have more sites here. Got 3 sites at 3.8k each. That's 10k. Just go ahead and sell that. And then we also have, let's see, these vertical grips. These are worth 4k each. That's 7.6. That's a listing. Typically, I wouldn't list these right away. I would wait till I have more attachments because most people run the same attachments on these weapons anyways. But for the sake of the video and showing you guys what I do, I am listing them. Now, when it comes to weapons, obviously, this is super important. You don't want to sell anything on the market that isn't, like I said, 5k. You want 5k and above. Honestly, this isn't even worth selling on the market. That's a bunch of valuable slots you do not want to sell. All right, we do have an AKM right here. We'll just launch that up here, and you can see the base body part is set to 7.3k. It also helps to have lower than 5,000 right here, and then sell to contact checked. So that way anything less than 5,000 gets sold to a contact and not listed on the market. Now we're going to uncheck that because the AKM body is 7k, and for some reason this was moved to select or sell to contact, which we do not want. The body is going to be sold on the market for 7.3k. Now this is essentially what you're going to do with all your weapons, so that way you maximize the amount of slots you have by only selling the base component, which everyone has to buy anyways for a decent amount, and sell the other components to the contractor so you don't lose on valuable market slots. All right, So another thing we have are the contacts themselves. So a big one that everyone loves to do, of course, is Deek. Deek is the best way to trade or flip your money for profit. So essentially, you'll go into purchase, you'll hit get limited time items, and it will show you a list of items that you can get for the next 6 hours. He resets every, I believe it's every 6 hours. No, item refresh time says 8:11. So I think they might have changed it. Not 100% sure. It could be every 12 hours. But here is the list. And as you can see, we have a couple items here. Nothing too crazy. Essentially, you can get some really good items that you can make really good flips on. Like, say, the barn key. Like, that's what, 250k. And you can barter for it for like about 150k or so. Make about 100k in profit. Sometimes you can get that lucky, sometimes you don't. Like we have this level 4 SH60 mask, which to barter for is going to cost us 9k. Now to go buy it on the market is going to cost us, let's see, 12k. So essentially you're making a 4k profit. Now it's better to go for higher tier items and or items that are really going to be used in value. Like this headset is 15k. The market it is currently going for, let's see, headset 21k. That's a 6k profit and completely and totally worth the slot that you would pay for. So we're going to go ahead and exchange this, add materials, and exchange. Now just hit sell, throw it up on the market, and let's see, there's 31 ahead of us, and we got one coin dip. So there we go. That's on the market, and now sell relatively fast. One thing with these items you have to be worried about is not just the amount of money that you're going to make back, but you also have to realize that you have to put into account the amount you're going to have to pay as a listing fee. Now, if the gap isn't big enough, you're not going to make a profit. You're actually going to lose out on money. So keep that in mind whenever you go to post something. Next, we have Vladlin. All right, you're going to hit purchase. You're going to go into his list. As you can see here, he has weapons. These are a 1 of 1 and on a reset. So technically, you only get to purchase one until the next one comes up. Here we have the VSS. Now, if you look at this, the VSS is going to cost you approximately 34,000. Now, when you go to make the VSS, let's see, VSS is marksman rifle. All right, and this gun's going to cost you approximately 58k on the market. Now, that seems really doable, right? So we're going to go ahead and do the exchange for 34,000. All right, and now we're going to list this on the market. And as you can see here, 34,000 for the VSS, right? You have 8,000 for the suppressor and 4,000 for the mag. At this point, this is essentially where you would stop. So you'll do contact. Now, for this gun specifically, you technically do want to sell everything just so you maximize your money, because selling these to the contacts wouldn't actually net you much, especially because these don't meet the value that we want it to hit, so you wouldn't make much of a profit anyways. But for guns like this, you would sell these parts just for the sake of making that money back. So you list that all. You do lose out on some slots, but for the majority of it, you know, most guns you're going to sell just the core piece and nothing else. This gun's currently worth 27k. It is the AEK, and the AEK to build costs approximately, oops, 51k. So essentially we could sell this. You'd have two parts that you could sell for good money. So we have exactly what, 45, 46, 47k. And to do the barter, it's going to cost us 28k. So this one right here, already worth it. There we go. Exchange. And we're going to sell this on the market. All right. And then let's see. Turn to storage. Nope. Sell to contact. Sell to contact. Sell to contact. And I believe that's everything. That's going to bring our total to 42,000 after management fees. We can go ahead and list that. Boom. Next one is going to be Thomas Edward. Gonna hit purchase, go into his list. You can see here there's a bunch of weapons. A weapon that you really would want to do essentially is the SJ16 if you can get a good barter. This is 40k. Yeah. And then if you go to the market, or not the market, gunsmith, then you go to bolt action rifles, SJ16, and assemble. It's going to cost you approximately 102,000. That's actually, wowza. So then you'd go back to, whoops, you go back to your contact. We're at Thomas Edward. And we look at the gun, exchange, 40k for everything, add materials, exchange, sell on the market, listing limit reached. Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave that there for now. Another one is the F2000. This one's a really good one that you always want to keep an eye out on. 41k there to make the gun. Let's see. It's going to cost you approximately 43k. Well, actually, nope. Select all. 66k. All right. Go back to the barter. And it's going to cost you 41k. So you'll make approximately 22k in profit. So we'll go ahead and buy that and exchange. All right. Next, we have Randall Fisher. And for Randall Fisher, you have the M24, the P90, and the FAL. So the FAL is one that you're actually going to want to do a lot. This one's going to cost you about 15k in the barter. And then to actually assemble the weapon, it's going to cost you 35k. There you go. You're saving about 15k, and you're literally just posting it right back on the market to make that money back. Now we're going to take a look at the P90 here. So the P90 barter is going to cost us a total of 45k, and to manufacture the weapon is going to cost us, that's not SMGs. All right, it's going to cost us approximately, let's select all, 51k. All right, and go back here and take a look at this, and you'd make about 6k in profit. So this wouldn't be one that you would do at all, just for the fact of there's not really much money to be made there. And then that pretty much brings us to the end of that. All right, so the next thing is smoke grenades, molotovs, flashbangs, gas, anything you collect in a raid that you're not going to use, you sell on the market in bulk, such as these smoke grenades. These smoke grenades sell for approximately 1,200 on the market. And if you look at this, let's see, for 3, I'm receiving 2k. But these are super easy to get in bulk because when the boss spawns, every single guard, including the boss, has 2 smoke grenades on their body. Essentially, if there's nothing else to loot, you can grab up smoke grenades and take those out of raid with you. Or if you have a big enough bag with a stacking rig, just take all the grenades, and eventually these will add up to a substantial amount of money. So another thing to loot in raid is ammo. So anytime you kill an opponent or an AI or find ammo in ammo boxes or anything like that, make sure you bring it out. Prioritize purple ammo and gold ammo. These ammos will literally go for a high amount of money per round, such as this BP that goes for 300 Coin per round. And I got out of one raid with 22 of these, all right? And if you go to sell this, that's 9k right there for 22 rounds. Always prioritize ammo. Here we have 7 in 9. So we go to sell this on the market, 15k. And is that even all of the ammo? Let's take a look here. All 88 rounds, 20k. Now that is really good, especially when all you did was prioritize some ammo. Essentially, this is all you're going to do. Rinse and repeat. Try your best not to sell anything on the market that is going to take up a bunch of space and try to keep to my rule of 5K. 5K and under, do not sell. 5K and up, do sell. And when I mean 5K and under, I mean if it says 5K and then it's less than 5K after fees, do not sell. Now, if you have more than one item, do sell. Now, if it's 5K and above, always sell. Prioritize the money and you'll be fine. Honestly, it's not even like, just saving this all up. It's worth it in the end because you're not losing out on money. The slots that you have on the market are everything, and you only get 500 per week. And for me, it resets at midnight or technically Monday, right? So Sunday at midnight, once it strikes midnight CST into Monday, is when the market resets, and that is when you can start over. And essentially, you have 7 days to make sure you don't use all your slots. That way, you're not struggling for money the entire week. Alrighty, if you guys found these tips to be absolutely helpful and useful, make sure you leave a comment what you enjoyed about the video. Like, did you guys enjoy the information? Did you guys enjoy the tips and tricks that I showed you? And comment what you'd like to see next. I am willing to do anything and everything, and maybe I'll start posting some gameplay content. Who knows? Because I like to be absolutely wild and spend all my money in a raid, and it is so much fun. Also, if you liked the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and hit the bell notification to get notified whenever we upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.